bit more wire here. Dug out a little bottle there, as you can see. It was sort of closer up to the house, and I just come walking down here to have a look at the boxthorns. It's all really close to the plant. Sheep are eating it. Some that are taller up that they aren't playing with. Not so much, but I've had a bit of rain, but if it gets dry again, they have a go at it. I wouldn't be surprised if they've been chewing at this. But it'd always be the stuff lower down that gets eaten, and the stuff that they can get to. Probably should chop with this with the lops, and then they'll get into all this a bit better. And that might not need to. Yeah. I'll continue to eat all that. You may note the leaves are bloody enormous. It's a thing they do when they're under stress. The leaves go huge. It's sort of hard to tell sometimes because they've got I don't see any real definite teeth marks. It's not like grass when rabbits eat grass. Not really. Oh yeah, they've bitten some of this off. Pretty good. Actually see the flat ends. With grass, when rabbits eat grass, you've got straight ends on the grass, whereas naturally it's pointed. They've been chewing into this because it looks like it's pretty flat in areas and sort of rummaged around. Can't believe there's some sprouts coming up in here. Fire, and this was hot enough to bloody melt aluminium, and the bastards are still coming back. God, it just never ends sometimes. Yeah, this is definitely one being eaten. See the flat ends of the leaves. That's sort of what I expected to happen because, well, that's what they've done to other ones my father has. They just eat them. They keep eating and keep eating, and it's just a little source of food, and they keep them trimmed down, and they just stay stunned for years. I mean, like 4 or 5 years, the thing will never really grow because they just eat everything that keeps coming up. And they don't really look to be mucking around with the stuff that's higher up for some reason. Maybe because there's a bit of grass that is a bit better. Actually, they're going for the thistles because they're more prevalent and they're apparently more tasty. And a lot of the thistles are gone to get heads, and they've bitten all the flipping heads off, which is what they usually do. They go for the little seed heads. That's one there. That's a couple of dregs left of it. A lot of them up here. Have a look at it. There we go. Here's one that's what they're supposed to be like. Bitten off, bitten off, bitten off, bitten off. Fell over, bitten off, half eaten. Bitten off, and bitten off. Real preference for the seed heads and the variegated thistle. There's another one. All been bitten off. Yeah, same again here. A few flat ends of leaves, and it's all sort of just trimmed down almost level. Sort of hard to tell because you look sort of for the flat ends of the leaves. You sort of generally know because they don't seem to be bursting everywhere. I mean, if this had no sheep, this would all be standing up right up. with little stems, and the little stems would be, you know, grown up like 2 or 3 inches above all this, but it's all just sort of almost level with the wood, and that's probably a pretty good indication that it's being eaten. And of course, when you see that the leaves are actually flat on the ends, there's no doubt then, because they've actually been bitten off straight, where the leaf is naturally circular on the end. Yeah, I might have to hit all this up with a bit of spray, but sort of like they're eating it, so I don't really want to put anything on it. So I'll have to work out what we're going to do. It'll probably be in the autumn. I'll be able to lock them out of here and then spray it all and then let them back in again later. That bastard there's going off like there's no tomorrow. I'll have to retrim that later. Like I said, it's not sort of terribly easy sort of a turnout with these. They're just one of the best plants for coming back from the dead, so to speak. Yeah, all trimmed off flat. Flat leaf, flat leaf, flat leaf, flat, flat, flat. All just close to the wood. You know, right, puss, honey? Still follow me down here, though. Hope you can hear most of this, because there's a breeze. There's 3 kinds of wind here. Absolutely nothing. Enough to piss the microphone off, and enough to crack tree branches off. I.e. nothing, slightly annoying for microphones, and destructive. That's the 3 grades of wind we get.